Okay, so I need to tell you something that happened to me yesterday. I was at this coffee shop just minding my own business, and there's this girl sitting right next to me watching Netflix, no subtitles, full English audio, full speed, completely relaxed, like it's nothing.
No subtitles at all?
Zero. And I'm sitting there, honestly, a little jealous, and I just think I have to ask her. So I tap her on the shoulder and say, "Hey, how long did it take you to get that good at English?"
What did she say?
She goes, "About 6 months." Just like that, 6 months. No language school, no expensive tutor. She just changed how she was learning.
6 months to watch Netflix with no subtitles. That's actually incredible. And that's exactly what today's episode is about.
It is. Hey everyone, I'm Lena. Welcome to the TalkMates. This is the podcast where two real people have real conversations in natural English. No scripts that sound like textbooks, no robotic grammar explanations, just the kind of English you actually hear in real life.
And I'm Max. Every episode, Lena and I dig into one topic, one situation, and we talk about it the way real friends would. If you want to understand native speakers, sound more natural, and actually feel confident using English, this podcast is built for you.
Today, we're talking about how to learn English fast. Not the slow, boring textbook way, the way that actually gets results. Because there's a real difference between studying for years and going nowhere and learning in a way that genuinely sticks.
And by the end of this episode, you're going to have a real plan. Not a vague, watch more movies suggestion. A practical approach that works.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So the first big idea, and I think this is genuinely the most important one, is immersion. Real daily immersion.
And people hear that word and immediately think, oh, I need to move to London or New York. But that's not what it means at all.
Not even close. Immersion just means surrounding yourself with English as much as possible in your normal everyday life, wherever you are right now.
Think about your day. From the moment you wake up, you scroll your phone, you listen to something, you watch something, you text people. What if all of that was in English?
Your morning playlist, English podcasts or English songs, your commute, English audio, the show you're watching tonight, in English. Not as punishment, just as a habit shift.
And here's why this works so much better than studying from a book. There's a concept called comprehensible input. It basically means the best way to pick up a language is to consume content you mostly understand, but that also has new things in it.
So not so easy that you're bored, not so hard that you're completely lost. That in-between zone, that's where real learning happens.
I remember when I first got serious about English, I'd watch a show and understand maybe 70%. And I kept thinking, is this actually working? Am I wasting my time?
But you weren't, because that 30% you don't understand, your brain is quietly working on it in the background. Every time you hear a word in context, in a real scene, in a real emotion, you remember it so much better than any flashcard.
And that brings us to the key rule for this section. Consistency beats intensity. 20 minutes of English every day is worth more than 5 hours on a Sunday and nothing else all week.
Your brain learns through repetition over time, not through cramming. So make English a small daily habit, not a big occasional event.
Switch your phone to English. Follow English accounts. Listen on your commute. Start small, stay consistent. That's the foundation.
All right, so you're immersing, you're listening, your comprehension is growing, and then it's time to actually speak. And this is where most people completely freeze.
The speaking wall. It's so real.
It's huge. And I honestly think it's the number one reason people stay stuck at intermediate English for years. They can understand so much, but they open their mouth and nothing comes out.
Why do you think that happens?
Fear. Specifically, fear of sounding stupid. Fear of making mistakes in front of people who might judge you.
But here's the reality. Every single fluent English speaker made thousands of mistakes to get there. Thousands. There's no other way through.
Think about how you learned to ride a bike. Did you read a book about balance first? Did you watch tutorials for 3 months before trying?
You just got on and fell a lot. And then one day you didn't fall anymore.
That's language. You have to be willing to fall. The fastest learners are the ones who open their mouths early, even when it's messy and awkward.
So practically, what do you do if you don't have anyone to practice with?
First, talk to yourself. Narrate your day out loud in English. You making breakfast? Say it. I'm making eggs. I didn't sleep enough. I really need coffee. It sounds a little weird, but it works incredibly well.
I do this. My neighbors probably think I've completely lost it.
Second, language exchange apps. You help someone learn your language, they help you with English. Free, real, and it actually forces you to speak.
And the third one? Stop waiting until you're ready. You will never feel ready. Readiness is a trap. You just have to start messy.
People say, I'll start speaking when my English is better. But your English gets better by speaking. You can't skip that step. It's a loop you can only enter by doing.
Learning by doing. That's the phrase. And nothing in language learning beats it.
Okay, vocabulary. Because this is where so much time gets wasted.
The flashcard graveyard.
You know this place. You make a massive word list. You review it for 3 days. You forget everything. You feel terrible. You make a new list.
It's a cycle that goes nowhere. But it's not that flashcards are completely useless. It's that learning words without context doesn't work.
A word without a sentence is just a shape. It doesn't mean anything to your brain until it lives inside a real moment, a real emotion, a real situation.
So what actually works?
3 things. First, focus on high-frequency words. The most common 1,000 words in English cover around 85% of everyday conversation. You don't need a massive vocabulary to be fluent. You need the right words used really well.
Quality over quantity, always.
Second, learn words in phrases, not alone. Don't just learn the word make. Learn make a decision, make a mistake, make sense, make it work. Because that's how real people use words, in chunks, in combinations.
Those are called collocations, words that naturally go together. Knowing them is what makes you sound natural instead of correct but weird.
Third, review words the same day you learn them, not a week later, the same evening. Your brain consolidates memory during sleep, so if you review before bed, you retain so much more.
And make it personal. Don't write "the dog runs." Write something from your actual life. My sister's dog always barks at strangers. That personal connection is what makes a word truly yours.
The more personal the example, the longer it stays. That's just how memory works.
So to lock it in, common words in phrases, reviewed the same day, made personal. That's the vocabulary method that actually works.
Okay, mistakes time. Real ones. The ones that actually slow people down without them realizing it.
Starting with
Trying to do everything at once. Grammar, vocabulary, speaking, writing, pronunciation, all at the same time, from day one. It feels productive, but it's actually overwhelming and quietly kills motivation.
focus on 1 or 2 things at a time. Get a real feel for those, then layer in more.
Mistake 2. Translating in your head. When you hear English, do you automatically translate it into your first language before you understand it?
Almost everyone does this early on.
Right. But the shift between intermediate and advanced, the thing that really unlocks fluency, is learning to think directly in English. And the only way to get there is to stop translating. Let the context carry the meaning.
It feels uncomfortable at first. That slight mental stretch, that's actually your brain building new pathways. It's a good sign, not a bad one.
Mistake 3. Only consuming, never producing. You can watch English content for years and still struggle to speak. Input is essential, but output is what builds real confidence.
Think of it like fitness. You can't just eat well and never work out. You need both sides.
And mistake 4, being dishonest about your study hours. People say, I've been learning for 2 years and I'm still not fluent. But 2 years of one session a week isn't 2 years of learning. That's maybe 100 hours total.
100 hours of real, focused, immersive practice will get you to conversational. But they have to be real hours, not background noise while you're scrolling your phone with English playing somewhere behind you.
How you spend the time
Matters far more than how much time passes. And honestly, that's good news, because it means you're in control of how fast this goes.
practice time. And we really mean it. Do this right now, wherever you are. Out loud.
We're giving you 3 sentence starters. Your job is to finish each one, in English, in your own words, right now.
First one. I want to learn English because...
Say it. Don't overthink it. Whatever comes out first, that's fine. That's real English.
Second. One thing I do every day that I could switch to English is...
Your morning routine, your music, your YouTube feed. What's the one thing you could shift?
And third, my biggest fear about speaking English is...
Name it out loud, because fear loses power the moment you put it into words. It's most dangerous when it's just floating around in your head, vague and unnamed.
And notice what all 3 sentences have in common. They're about you, your life, your goals, your fears. That's completely intentional. Personal language is remembered language.
If you want to take it further, write them down after you say them out loud. Speaking plus writing is double the reinforcement. And if you're feeling brave, drop your answers in the comments. We actually read them.
All right, we're wrapping up. Let me pull everything together.
Everything today really came back to one idea. Learning smart is faster than learning hard.
Exactly. Quick summary. 1, immerse yourself daily. Change your content, change your environment. Make English part of your normal day, not a separate studying session.
2, speak early. Don't wait. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Fall off the bike and get back on.
3, learn vocabulary smartly. High-frequency words, in phrases, reviewed the same day, made personal to your life.
4, drop the bad habits. Stop translating in your head, stop learning passively, and be honest about how many real hours you're actually putting in.
And 5, be consistent. Not intense, not perfect. Consistent. A little bit every single day.
That girl at the coffee shop, watching Netflix with no subtitles, completely relaxed, she wasn't born with a gift. She built a habit. One small, consistent day at a time.
And so can you. The people who learn English fast aren't special. They just learned the right things the right way, and they didn't stop.
If this episode helped you, share it with someone who's been meaning to improve their English but hasn't quite started yet. This might be exactly what they need to hear.
Subscribe to the TalkMates for real English every week. Real conversations, real language, real progress. We'll see you in the next one.
See you next time.